Hey y'all, and welcome to another making podcast of mine. This is a vlog edition though, as I'm not able to actually sit down and film an entire podcast this week. I wanted to share my recent finished object, the Maple Meadow cardigan, with y'all though, and in the rest of the video share about my next Rhinebeck knitting project, something that I want to get done before I leave, as well as a hand quilting object that I have, and a few more fun things and plans. For the last couple of weeks, I've been able to test out this Bob and Brad hand massager that they have kindly sent me to test out. I've been really enjoying getting my hands massaged during these knitting breaks that we should all probably take a lot more often than we do, actually, if we're like zoned into a project. I have in the past dealt with some hand pain and do really need to tell myself to take those specific breaks while knitting. And the hand massager by Bob and Brad has really helped me to enjoy these breaks a little bit more. I personally love the healthcare mode best, which massages fingers, palms and wrists, and I also love the heated mode. The first pressure mode is definitely strong enough for me personally, whereas my partner enjoys one of the higher settings. So I enjoy how this hand massager is really customizable and supports my hand making journey. Afterwards, I always feel a lot more relaxed. My partner has also tried it out and loves it, so we're sometimes just switching the massager in between the two of us while we're watching a film on the couch at night. And I'll link the massager in my description box, and thanks so much for Bob and Brad for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so my new phone hasn't arrived yet, but I thought I'd still kind of vlog my preparation for Rhinebeck. I have just started the ribbing on my body. I will show you in a bit of more detail later on. But yeah, I finished the length of my book club cardigan. I stopped at 24 centimeters of length from the, what's this called? The underarm. The pattern called for 26.5 centimeters, but I was at the end of the chart, and it did a couple more rows to kind of finish off the diamond motif, and that's what I kind of like. So I'll show you the progress a bit later on. I'm just watching a YouTube video. I've also finished hand stitching my wall hanging, and I need to trim the edges and put some binding on it and then also sew that on. But I haven't yet decided on a binding fabric and kind of what I'm going to use for that. So yeah, I will take you along a bit on my preparations for Rhinebeck, film a bit of a making vlog today. I've just been to the hairdressers, and I always feel like filming whenever my hair is like in a perfect state. Not to sound too full of myself, but yeah, I'm quite happy with what she's done. And but yeah, I'm still waiting on my new phone. I'm still waiting to be able to try out my new microphones. They are for lightning, like USB. No, they are USB-C. And I currently still have the iPhone 13, which has lightning, so I can't try them on this phone yet. So I will have to wait. It should be here in about a week or two, so before my Rhinebeck travels. Okay, hi. I'm gonna try on my book club cardigan. Let me see. I've knit like 3 centimeters of the ribbing now, and I want to see how much longer I want to go for it. I actually quite like the length. I don't think I'm gonna add a ton more. Maybe like 2 more rows and then I'm gonna bind off. And now I thought I'd steam my quilts and cut off the edges. I haven't yet decided which kind of fabric I'm going to use for the binding, but I was thinking, I really don't know if this is going to be enough. Probably not going to be enough, right? Because I made some strips from cream colored fabric that has those like crosses as well. I might be able to cut them in half, but I don't want them to be too narrow while binding. So I don't know if half would be enough, since I need to, I mean, it might be. So this would be a contender. Probably not enough though. This was an extra color that I ordered. But I do also have those like edge strips, which I could do like a scrappy binding. I've never tried something like this before, but it might actually be really fun to make it extra more quilty. I'm going to show you the quilt in and of itself now. This is it. I hand quilted it and I just love it. It's gonna come up here over the bed. I'm gonna take these pictures and put them on other walls in the bedroom. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna steam this to get some of the like creases out of it. This is the back side. I have some more ends that I need to combine that I haven't yet. And yeah, that's it. I need to now take this off again. The sleeves will be quite nice to put in here. And then I still need to do the double knit button band. But yeah, I think this is an actual really nice length. I omitted the pockets because I just didn't think that I needed them. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna steam and cut the quilt now, the edges. I'm thinking about maybe I could also do something like a combination of the cream and the scrappy. I'm gonna take measurements of how long I need the binding to be, and then I'll see if this will be enough, because I think that would be a bit more of a like I don't know, classy way. But then we can also do the quilty way. Anyways, I would have used these for like a project bag in the future. But yeah, I can't wait to be wearing this. It's just gorgeous. Putting my Maple Meadow cardigan back on. I just love this. It's so cozy. Okay. I have all the ends wrapped around me. And I'm going to work on the quilt a bit more before finishing off the end of this lovely book club. Hey y'all, and welcome back to the vlog. It's been about a week since I last filmed for the vlog, and I have decided to kind of film a bit more to have this video as kind of this week's upload. My new phone hasn't arrived yet. It should be arriving tomorrow, but I'm at work all day, so I have no idea how it's going to go. My new microphones don't work with my current phone, so please bear with me since while we're still working through it. It's like T-minus 8 days till I'm leaving for Rhinebeck. That's exciting, and still I don't feel like I have all my ducks in a row, but I have made some progress on my book club cardigan, and I wanted to share about that. I've also just been reading through some of the really lovely comments on my latest upload, and on the giveaway there have been over 400 comments, so it's been taking me quite some time to read through all of them, but I wanted to take the time and like literally read every single comment, because it just means, yeah, it just means a lot to me. So I've been doing that, and I think it is a really great resource for like autumn knitting inspiration. So if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. It's like people have really great plans, I think, for knitting. So we've just been cuddling on the couch a bit. My partner's now off to his soccer game, which is usually when I film most of my videos, because then I have all the, I don't know, it's quiet in the flat. I'm not bothering him because I don't really have like an office space or like a separate space to be filming in, so I'm usually filming in the living room. Like I said, I've been knitting, I've been reading through the comments, and I wanted to share the winners. Yeah, I'm a bit low energy today. I've been working quite a bit last week, and I'm also gonna work a ton this next week. My boss is off on vacation for a couple of days, and which means I'm alone at the shop some days, and that is obviously a bit more stressful, because now it's like peak knitting season, and we have been having lots of customers come by, which obviously we're so grateful about, but it's also, yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah, I am probably just gonna include or like post the winners here. So the first prize winner, someone from, I asked people to comment if they're from EU or international, so that I could pick someone from EU to win the main prize, which was the Thread and Maple Notion clutch, which, like I said, was kindly gifted for the giveaway. So thanks again to Thread and Maple. And this person has won the clutch. But then there's also these 3 people that have won a pattern from their Ravelry wishlist. So if you could please contact me at my Instagram account would probably be best, because I see it there, or my email address, which should also be linked down below. And let me know that this is you. Ideally, you have the same name like both places, Instagram or YouTube, or in some way are able to identify yourself, that the person, the handle is yours. And I will need your Ravelry name so I can find you there and see your wish list, and then gift you the pattern that you would like to be gifted. You can mention this if you have like a couple more patterns on your wish list. Please let me know which specific pattern you'd like to win. Again, I was almost like a bit frustrated seeing that I was not able to gift everyone a pattern. I would love to be able to gift patterns to more people, because people had such lovely ideas on what they would want to knit. People were leaving such incredibly kind comments, so thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for being part of this community. I will definitely be doing another giveaway like this. So maybe if we reach 25,000 subscribers, we'll do another pattern giveaway. 30,000 subscribers, like I can't even think about that yet, but the next milestone we hit, we'll do another pattern giveaway, because I just think that's like the best thing to do as a person who has relatively wide reaching like audience, with people all over the world watching, and shipping is just like not a great option for that most of the time. So we'll definitely do that again here. As I said, I just wanted to give back and just share the love and appreciation that I have for every single one of you guys. So if your name was on the screen and in the description box again, please double check that that's you. And you have, again, 2 weeks to contact me. If any person of the chosen winners does not contact me by by the time that I film my next episode, which should be after Rhinebeck sometime, I will have to pick a new winner, but I'm just hoping that that doesn't happen. I might also try and find you if your handle is similar to your Instagram. I don't know, but yeah, these are the people that won. Congratulations. I hope you love your patterns. I hope it all works out well. Thanks to the people who have sent me that there were scammers again in the comment section trying to like make people believe that they've won, even though I did say that I would only be announcing the winners in my next episode. Obviously people get excited or like hopeful that they did actually win. Thank you so much to people who are aware and like sent me an Instagram message right away when they see scammers or report them. It did get resolved relatively quickly, which I'm so glad about and like thankful for people keeping an eye out in the comment section, which is just, speaks of the really great and warm community that we do have here. So like I said, please contact me if you want a prize. To everyone else who didn't win this time, I hope that you'll win next time. Like I said, I would love to just give out or buy patterns for everyone, but yeah, I'm not able to, unfortunately. Maybe I'll have more designers gift patterns another time. I'm for sure going to do more giveaways for milestones in the future. But yeah. Okay, speaking about knitting goals, I did make some significant progress on my book club cardigan. Thank you to the people who believed in me and to my friends who motivated me and told me that it's worth concentrating on this one whip instead of casting on something else. I mean, I did also tell myself that, and I'm quite proud of myself for like chugging through this, because I'm pretty sure now that I'll be able to finish this entirely before leaving for Rhinebeck. I had kind of a plan of when and how I wanted to knit this, and I mentioned that I had about 3 weeks left. I wanted to finish the body by the end of week 1, and then I wanted to do one sleeve at a time for the 2nd and 3rd week, and then possibly finish the button band on my flight there. I did think about that and realized that doing my first double knit button band on a flight to a different country, so while traveling on my own, probably wasn't the best idea. Because yeah, like I said, I hadn't done it before. I was modifying the pattern quite a bit because I only did 3 buttonholes because I'm only using 3 buttons. And so I did want to really concentrate on this task at hand. And so I did pick up the button band right away when finishing the body. And I think I did quite a nice job. I will obviously show you when this is all blocked, which is also why I need to continue knitting on this today and then for the rest of this week. Like I said, T-minus like 8 days, and I'll be going to Rhinebeck in like, tomorrow in a week. Yeah. So I will want to finish this, like knitting on it in probably the next 5 days, maybe 6. I could put it on the radiator, but I really want to have it blocking, like laying down, for it to be as smooth as possible. Especially my first, like the beginning of the double knit button band is like scrunching up a tiny bit because I only picked up about 90% or so, or maybe 95% of the stitches, and not every single stitch, because I didn't want it to droop down in the front. So it is a bit scrunched on one of the sides, which is something that I will hope will kind of sort itself out while blocking. And then the second week, so I did manage to finish this pretty much by the end of that first week that I still had on my knitting kind of calendar. And then I managed to knit one sleeve in a week, which, yeah, one of my friends told me that that was possible, and I believed her, and so I just tried it and did it. I did use about 2 hours or so of like focus knitting on one of the diamond shapes. I know this because I was chatting with my friends on like a video call one night, and yeah, I managed to knit one of the diamond repeats, and we were chatting for like 2 hours and maybe like a couple of minutes. I did change, I modified the rate of decreases. So first of all, I'm knitting size 4 for the entire pattern, but I picked up size 5, the amount of stitches for size 5 for the sleeve. And then I only decreased every 24th round because I put it on and I just didn't want the sleeve to be like super tight. I just wanted it to have a bit of room to play in. And so still at the end, I was left with more stitches than any of the sizes in the pattern, probably, maybe like the biggest size. So generally I only did 1, 2, 3, 4 decreases, like sets of decreases in the entire sleeve. And then right before the ribbing again, followed the instructions for the ribbing and all of that. So 5 sets of decreases generally. And yeah, so I have just picked up stitches for my second sleeve yesterday. I realized that I had 1 too little stitches here, but I don't think you'll be able to tell, so I will continue. I just added it like somewhere in there. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to get, I just need to get it done, really. I have my buttons, I'll show you. These are from Hall & Hoof. Probably won't be able to show you. And I have 3 of them. I bought the first set of buttons that I had for this cardigan at Rhinebeck a year ago. But they were a bit bigger and they had 3 different colors for the stars. And so when I was knitting on this, I realized that they were just like a bit too much for me and like for my taste for this cardigan. And so I actually found someone who wanted to buy them off me. A friend of mine who is also now knitting a cardigan, who's going to put them on her cardigan, which I think is great. So we'll be able to match. But then I ordered these from Hall & Hoof Farms again. I'm still going to act as if these were my Rhinebeck buttons, because they kind of are, but also they're kind of not. They're like the second version of my Rhinebeck buttons. And so I think that's just really special, being able to finish this for Rhinebeck. And add these buttons. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this project. I do have to do a bit of like admin work today. I wanted to, like I said, read through all the comments, give them a like, maybe respond to a couple, though I'm probably not going to be able to respond to a lot of them, but announce the winners, edit this short little kind of in-between vlog, because like I said, I will be working almost every day up until I need to leave for Rhinebeck. I still have my mum visiting for a day, and I need to do the laundry, need to take like care of stuff. I feel a tiny bit stressed. I'm also having a video call with Chelsea later on today, because we need to still figure out a couple of things for our journey, for our travel and vacation together. So yeah, I am in happy anticipation, but I'm also tiny bit stressed. So the goal is clear, like the goal is set. I will be able to finish the cardigan if I stay like on focus with the sleeve. I really want to block it before leaving. I need to still, like I said, pack my stuff, and I won't be able to get another like actual podcast episode out before I leave. But I thought like a little in between vlog would be better than, I don't know, nothing. Okay, so I think this might be one of the last times that I check in on the vlog before getting it uploaded tonight, hopefully. I've just gotten this new kind of muslin cotton pajama, and I did immediately put it on. I had a shower because we went to the gym this morning. This is my first day kind of off work from the shop this week. And I'm, yeah, just sitting here attaching my buttons to my finished book club. I'll put it on once I do have the buttons attached. But yeah, I'm here in my really cozy new pajamas. I'm drinking from my favorite, or one of my favorite mugs from Essentiel Ceramique, which is a Canadian maker. And I love this one. This is decaf because, yeah, I've already had my caffeine this morning, and my anxiety tends to kind of spike if I have too much caffeine in a day. So I do kind of know when to be cautious of that now, which is nice. My best friend brought me a cinnamon bun from her vacation with her husband to Austria. She just came back, and it's just the nicest to have a friend who lives close by and it's like just able to drop in, bring some like baked goods. That's kind of a part of our love language too as friends. And then we we kind of did like a try on in the hallway, like her standing in front of the like door and me putting on all of the jeans that I have in my closet, just because I've been in a really weird state of mind with my outfits recently, where I'm just like not entirely sure how to style things or like what to combine with what, which is weird because like I do think I have so many amazing pieces that I've either made myself or I've curated, I've had for a long time, or some things I bought relatively new, some secondhand, some fast fashion, some fair fashion. So it's like I think it's a good mix. Like I do think I have most of the things that I need. I just got some new socks because some of my old ones had holes in them. So yeah, just needed to get some easy socks. But I'm getting off track. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna attach the buttons. I wanted to kind of close off the vlog, so I'll film just a tiny bit more to have it a bit more cohesive and long enough for it to be like uploaded to YouTube. I've already lost kind of track of what I've already filmed. We're filming on the new iPhone now, so equipment is set up. I do also have my new microphone with me, which is super exciting. And I will be taking this to Rhinebeck, so I hope for quite good audio on that trip and that vlog that I'll be filming. So that one will be coming, but it'll take some time. Vlogs are just so much more work to edit with all the like B-roll in there, but I just love doing them. So I'll for sure do a Rhinebeck vlog. I'll be leaving in, I think now it's 3 days. My mom's visiting tonight. Like I said, my friend was just here about an hour ago. I had a shower, or more so, I had like a bubble bath after our quick trip to the gym this morning. Having my little treat of the afternoon now. We'll be having a look into this book that I was kindly sent by Line Publishing. There are some like house house shoes in there with this special, I think it's rosamine, it's the name of that technique. So yeah, I'll have a look through that. But yeah, it just feels like I've completely lost track of what I've already said and kind of mentioned at the beginning of the vlog. It just feels like when I started the vlog, that was like weeks ago, but it was only like a week ago and a couple of days. So yeah, let me put on that last button and then I'll show you the fit. Oh yeah, like I said, my friend and I were going through a couple of my jeans, and that was just, I feel like I have so many nice pieces. That's when I went off track, sorry. But I do sometimes struggle to combine them. It's really difficult to kind of explain this, but some things in my wardrobe are more so leaning towards like a classic and more so elegant style, and then some other pieces read like kindergarten kid, and I like both, but like to combine them is really difficult. A lot of times I would describe my outfits also leaning into the like, I know the fisherman fall has been a kind of a thing, or the granola girl look. Like I like hiking, I like being outdoors, and sometimes wearing like practical wear. I also go for runs, so like sportswear is like not totally out of the picture, but then I like the like casual look of jeans and a sweater. I don't usually wear like shirts, but now that I do, I kind of like it. I mean, this is a pajama, but you know, I like obviously most of my knitwear. The ones that I'm not wearing anymore, I'll post to Instagram soon, like stories, and see if someone else kind of wants to give them a new home. Or I've like just given it away within my family. A lot of the pieces that I'm not wearing, I've sold a couple like that. But a lot of the things that I've made, I really love and I love wearing, but like the combining the pieces aspect has just been really difficult for me. So I've come up with a plan of taking like pictures of my outfits more again, just like I did in the like me made May month, which has really helped me kind of get an idea of what I like about an outfit. Sorry, what I like about an outfit. And then because my best friend's also really into like styling, personal style, it's nice to be talking to someone else about this with. So yeah, she's said that she is going to help me figure this out, and she doesn't fear like giving her opinion on things. So I think that'll just be really helpful and nice. I've also just sorted out my wardrobe this morning with her help, kind of like she gave me some thoughts on the pieces that I was showing her. We figured out like my top 5 pants right now for like the more so cold weather, and I just put away all of my seasonally inappropriate wear. I mean, I haven't put it away. I need to put it away, but I've taken it out of my wardrobe. So I think that'll help me quite a bit to not get distracted by the things that I'm looking at but won't be wearing, because they're like linen tops that I've sewn, or linen tops that I've knit. So just things that I don't see myself combining in the autumn months, like short dresses, short pants. Those things I want to put into storage, like in our basement. But yeah, I think that'll help me kind of figure out, look, what I'm looking at is actually what I can wear, like seasonally appropriate, weather appropriate. And I've watched a really, really great video on, I think, autumn styling recently, like a person I've never watched any videos of before, but I'll link it down below because I just found her takes on it, and the representation in her videos, like the models she picked, was really great. I felt that was really important. And then she gave a couple of takes on no buy, like what not to buy for kind of your autumnal wardrobe, which I thought was really helpful, because I think we tend to sometimes overconsume because of this feeling like, oh my gosh, I have so many nice things, but I don't know how to combine them. There's a couple of ways to go about that, right? So you could purchase more stuff or make more things, or just try and combine what you have in different ways. And I'm always trying to do the latter before doing any of the, I'm obviously always knitting, so I'm creating new stuff, but the like buying part I try to like not focus on too heavily. Obviously I got a new pajama, I got some new socks, but that was like a necessity. I do obviously sometimes have to buy new things, especially if there's like a gap in my wardrobe, and socks and a pajama were like a necessity at the moment because I tend to get quite cold this time of the year and we don't want to crank up the heating because that's like so expensive. So I'm like a hot water bottle cover and pajama, like long pajama, maybe even put like a knitted sweater or a cardigan over this kind of person. Speaking about hot water bottles, this is really chatty. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're working on something that makes you happy while I'm yapping. I've been chosen to test the new Kintra hot water bottle, which I think will be Rebecca Close charity pattern of this year. Rebecca Close, the Crea Bear. And I've been a tester for her a couple of times, but I really didn't think that she would like be able to choose me because I was thinking that so many people will apply for this test knit. But in the end, I got a spot in the test, which is just lovely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that test knit. I might actually try and cast on today. Yeah, just giving you a kind of quick update on all the things that have been kind of cast on. Also, why I'm not using this right now is because I wanted to keep the like audio relatively stable in this video, and I'm still low tech in editing. I do edit on my iPhone on like a free software, so I just didn't want it to be too different. Another thing I did cast on yesterday actually while chatting. I had this cast on during one of my lunch breaks this week. I had this part, I did this in like one of my half-hour lunch breaks. And then I picked up stitches, which was like a new technique to me. And then I knit this part while chatting to one of my friends on the phone last night. But I managed again. This is, by the way, the Calm Down cardigan. I think this is either this part or like this part. I think this must be it. I managed something that I've done more times than I care to admit to y'all. I used the freaking wrong needle. This was supposed to be knit on a 3.75 and then the rest was supposed to be knit on a 4. And then I was cleaning up like the area where I often sit and knit in because I do want my partner to feel like he still has some space on this couch, which is difficult if there's like 3-4 whips or like to be cast on projects lying around. So whatever, I was cleaning up the couch and I found the 4mm needle and I was like, wait, isn't that supposed to be in here? Well, it's not, but it's not that big of a deal. Like we talked on the phone for like 1.5 hours, so I guess that's fine. This is the project that I am actually taking to Rhinebeck with me. I thought this was a nice project to take with me. I'm still debating on like a second project possibly, because if I do run into like issues with this one, I just don't feel like I want to use all of my brain capacity at that point in time to just like focus on this. And I'll also just take maybe like 2 skeins. I think that should be plenty. And then, yeah, I've not decided which project I will take in addition. Maybe a sock, but then also, yeah, that's like a gift knit sock for my mom. And the hot water bottle will probably also be for her, like the cover, because she's just as addicted to hot water bottles as I am. And I've already made her a pair of socks for this year, so I feel like I'm making so many gifts for her, but not for other people. So I don't know if I want to bring that. That's my second pair of Dare K socks. This is turning into a freaking podcast. Okay, but let's do that actually, because I don't think I'll be able to podcast before flying off on Monday, like early in the morning. This is Friday afternoon now. So this is kind of like our in-between episodes between now and then there's the Rhinebeck vlog, and then I'll only be able to film my next podcast. So this is my new DRK Everyday sock, which, like I said, will be another gift for my mom. So I don't know, will I bring these? Will I cast on a new sock? Will I just not cast on something else and then maybe just wind new yarn that I'm getting in the US, or which I got sent to my friend's place, which also would be kind of a nice idea to just bring like a sock knitting needle. There is a sock pattern, I'll insert it here, which Marie from In Her Skein kindly gifted me. I really wanted to apply to be a tester for that sock, but like I just didn't have the time to do it. And when I was complimenting her on this pattern, I also like watching her videos. I think she must have also, I don't know, known about me through, I don't know what channel, but I think we do follow each other on Instagram. She did kindly send me a message and was like, I don't know, like if you want this still, but she gifted me the pattern. It was like no pressure at all to knit it, but yeah, y'all know I love the pointel trend, which yes, it's a trend, but then also it's timeless. I've had some like long sleeve pointel, like just regular cotton shirts or like t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts for some time, and I don't think it'll be like out of style anytime soon. I think I've saw this trend like 3 years ago in like petite knit pictures with like knitting over it, and me and my best friend were like, yeah, this is just so beautiful. And then yeah, it's still like, I still like it 3 years after. So I think it's not that trendy. So that was really kind of her. And I did order a skein of button from the Coast to Coast Yarn Co. Book Tropes pre-order, like the second one, which I am an affiliate with Erin. And if you do want to get anything from that pre-order, you can use my link, which I'll put in the description box. But yeah, I did order a couple of things. A gift skein, a sock skein button, and then Erin's also kindly sending me 2 skeins to try out for a pattern. So there are a couple of options of stuff that I'm actually acquiring while I'm there. So I maybe might just bring my like knitting clutch, my notions pouch, and just cast on while I'm there. I think that's actually what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna bring these needles, rip back, cast on anew. I'll pick up anew, and then yeah, I'm gonna maybe bring like 2-3 skeins of that yarn to knit on. Okay, let me actually put on the buttons. I'll be checking back in when I'm done to show you what it turned out like. All right, here's the finished object, my book club cardigan by Sarah Nordland, my Rhinebeck sweater of 2025. I'll share more information about this project in my next upcoming podcast. I'll see you in the Rhinebeck vlog, and thanks for watching. Bye.